Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors.
Got it. Look at that. Wow, is that an incredible fish? Got him. All right. Oh yeah.
Quality Green Bay fish here.
We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water.
Look at that. What a specimen.
Here he comes, man. Get him.
What a fish.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
Well, what a difference a week makes. Last week, of course, we were on Pool 4 of the Mississippi River near Red Wing. Had a great trip, got a great show, lots of big fish, fishing in 60-degree weather. Water temperatures were climbing, fish were headed towards the spawn, and now we fast forward to this week, and we are going through, we're being put through the ringer here a little bit, trying to find this week's show. We've had a huge cold front rolled through from the Dakotas all the way out through the Great Lakes. Temperatures have just plummeted. This morning we came out of the hotel room, temperatures were 4 degrees. So that's a real shock to the system of these fish as they prepare for the spawn. And we're running around central Wisconsin today. We're trying to get on a bite. And not only are the temperatures real low, got that horrible cold front, but we also had a lot of precipitation with that front as it went through. So originally we were headed to the Fox River. That's completely blown out with mud. We just left the Wolf River, just kind of checked that out a little bit. All juvenile fish, all the adults are up in the marshes where you can't legally fish. So we've left the Wolf now, and we're gonna head to the Wisconsin River. The Wisconsin River earlier in the week flooded out, and we're hoping now that the water's fallen just enough where you can get out in the water and get this week's show. But let me tell you, if you've ever kind of struggled with cold front situations and keeping track of fish in these river systems in the spring as they approach the spawn, that's what this show is all about. I mean, we're struggling too. We've really put the miles on, and hopefully by the end of the day today, we'll have enough fish to really wrap together some ideas for you on how to stay on fish pre-spawn under these really tough conditions. Chuck's boat landing. Well, I took a look at the water. It's by far cleaner than anything else we've seen.
It is. It's at least going to be clean. It's cold, but
I can see at
there's
least
some
that far.
visibility. Yeah. So
Lots of current.
yeah, 2 days ago it was all the way up to those trees.
Holy
so it's
smokes.
dropped a lot.
Oh yeah, you can see the debris line up there.
Yep.
Wow. Well, let's hope we can find some fish.
Yeah. Let's go give it a whirl.
Drop me in, man. We're going to be fishing today with Adam Rasmussen, Rasmussen Outdoors. Knows the area really well. Been a huge asset today as we run around central Wisconsin just looking for a place to fish. And from the looks of things, it looks like the river here has come down 4 to 6 feet in the last few days. I mean, that far into the parking lot was covered with water, he said a few days ago. So there's been a lot of reduction in volume of water here. Obviously 3-4 days ago, if the water was that high, the fish would have been up in the trees trying to get out of the current. We wouldn't have been able to catch much of anything then. So hopefully by getting on some water where we've got some visibility, we should be able to catch some fish. But you know, I don't think it's going to be a stellar day by any means. I mean, this is about the worst conditions you can have as far as spring walleyes are concerned. Get a real drastic reduction in water temperature, nasty cold front, high volume of water. Not going to be easy. There's one. Hey! Can't tell you how happy I am to see that. That's a decent fish.
Take them.
You know, if we paid for that fish or divided up all the road miles we put in today, that's a pretty expensive fish.
It is. Not a giant by any means, but with the conditions that we've been put against,
that's the prettiest fish I've seen in a long time.
We'll take that one. Let's hope we get on a few more here. And
just a good old jig in the minnow. No, that was plastic.
Jig in a plastic. He railed it too.
Good.
He smoked it. Nice to have that happen so you can break the ice out of the guides when you set the hook.
Yeah. Well, you know, you just got all that doubt in your mind. I mean, today has not been a good walleye day.
No. Today's a sit in the house day for most people. But you can't catch them at home.
Nope.
What was that one? That was in like 10 feet, 11 feet.
Oh!
That's a good one. Maybe, maybe not. He's in the current, hard to tell.
I think I'm gonna have to switch to some white plastic.
This is a better one.
Want to get the net?
You might have to.
I would love to.
That's a good one.
Decent fish. Let me drop down to the corner. You can step up in front of me. You still fishing white plastic?
White plastic, yep. That one freight trained it.
It's a good fish. Big male, it looks like.
It's more what we're looking for.
Absolutely.
They're getting bigger.
Nicely done, bud. Sun's out.
Thank you.
Things are looking up.
Sun's out, wind's dying, fish are biting.
We'll keep this handy. I think we'll put it right there.
All right, we'll take them. Another male getting ready to move up and spawn.
Oh, there he is. Hey, you! Yeah. Fat boy, you can't get none of this. Look at me. I got moves. I go left, I go right, I go left again. Watch it. Oh, there it is. Psych! I'm so erratic, I don't even know where I'm going. Come on, Chubby Cheeks. Come on, Bucket Mouth. Come get some of this. I can do this all day long. Look at me. Watch this. Come on. Your mama's so fat that she can't get out the fish net. Ow! All right, I'll give you that one.
Adam's got us set up in a pretty cool spot here, and the reason the fish are holding along the shoreline is pretty simple. Real sharp turn in the river, and all the current's going to that side. I mean, if you look up off the bow of the boat here when the wind subsides, you really see the current line, and it's such slack, still water in towards shore from about where the boat we've got in this direction. Of course, it's just raging over here, so all the fish are just kind of naturally getting pulled over in this direction. Not that we're catching fish hand over fist by any means, but this is definitely a really good eddy to work in a situation like this. I mean, I bet you've got a 4-5 mile an hour current over there.
It's moving. And just to think, 2 days ago, it was twice that out here. The fish don't know what's going on.
Right.
A week and a half ago, this was down 6 feet. It went up to going, 6 feet over the bank. So it went up 12 feet in a week.
Like a roller coaster
and now
ride.
It's dropped another 4 feet.
Along with the water temperature
going from in the mid 40s to
35.
They don't know what's going on.
You like a challenge, right?
Challenge is always good. That's what makes you better.
This is the kind of day where if we can each come out of here with a good female each, that was probably a pretty good day.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, right now these fish are more worried about relocating and getting in a place where they're not working real hard and maybe find something to eat as kind of like a secondary afterthought. That makes it really hard to pin down fish. They're all kind of in motion right now, moving around, relocating. They really haven't had enough stable water levels to really stack up in one spot. And at 35 degrees, they're not probably thinking much about spawning anytime soon either.
No, they're in a negative mood, and that's why ripping these plastics is actually benefiting us right now. I think if you're jigging a minnow, jigging live bait, that fish has got to sit and think about it, whether or not it's going to eat it. And
it might seem counterintuitive to some that you'd think, well, in horrible conditions, fish nothing but live bait, but very often you swing in the other direction, kind of overcompensate a little bit. A lot of movement, bigger baits, brighter colors, seem to catch more fish.
Fish. Good one.
It's a fish. I don't know if it's a good one or not. Hey, buddy. You know what? Like you said earlier, every one of them just gives it just the old college go. Smokes it.
That one was really shallow, 2 feet of water.
Yeah, he was up there shallow. That's good stuff. Even when they're little like that, they hit it so hard.
Just clobber it.
I wasn't paying attention. I was dodging the iceberg over here, trying to get around it to make sure that we didn't hit it with a boat, and that thing just smoked the jig. The water temperature has not budged a 1/10 of a degree today. Once it got, you know, below the dam a little bit where that, you know, the water wasn't aerated anymore, it's been 35.5.
Yep. Today is not a day it's gonna get warmer.
No.
There's one.
A little better fish.
Bit better.
Yeah.
Pretty one.
We just might squeak ourselves out a mess of fish today.
I think so. Just changed it up a little bit. Went up a little bit shallower yet, and this guy's milking, and they're ready. The fish here want to spawn. It's that time of year, and we just need that little bit of increase in water temperature, and they're going to do their thing. But they're set up where they need to be.
You know, right now it's actually fairly easy to know where to fish, or there's just so few areas where there's any slack water at all.
Yeah, they don't want to sit in that fast current.
Fish on.
Good one?
Nope. A male up there shallow waiting for a lady to come hang out with him. That fish come up behind that jig and blasted it with such speed it just carried it forward about 2 foot. Come here, sweetheart, let that go.
There's one.
Hey, we finally got that double. Did you get that on that jerkbait?
Nope.
Put her down,
Actually,
huh?
I went back to the jig.
Fair enough.
Another little one. Where's your mate hiding? Should we go find some others?
Well, I think we've kind of worked these over pretty good. I think these are a little smaller fish too.
These are small, yeah. We gotta be closer, a little deeper water yet to get some females.
One more cast. Why? Because that works sometimes.
Skeeter Boat Center, with its flagship dealership located in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, has opened a second location in Ramsey, Minnesota to better serve their customers. Stop in and check out the largest selection of Skeeter boats in the upper Midwest, including an extensive inventory of MX and WX models and a wide range of Skeeter bass boats, all backed by our best price guarantee and serviced by Yamaha 5-star service technicians. Find us online at SkeeterBoatCenter.com. And remember, our goal is to help you have fun fishing.
We're kind of getting into that time of the day where this should be prime time. I mean, you were saying that generally speaking, within about an hour of sundown, they kind of slow up.
Yep,
So we're kind of in that peak bite window right now.
We got like 45 minutes, another hour of prime time. And then it gets to the point where the sun tapers down a little bit more and it'll actually shut the fishing down. Now, once this water warms up and they're getting ready to spawn,
Yep.
then it's a whole different ballgame. You can catch them all night long. There's one.
You need a net on that one?
I'll grab them, but it's a little better than what we have been into.
You're gonna get an attaboy for that one. I wouldn't imagine you're gonna see males down here that are a ton bigger. I'm sure you get them in the low 20s, that kind of thing, but
Yeah, that's your average size male right there, 15 to 17 inches, and boy, they are ready. The next few days when this water warms up, things should really start to bust loose.
I do hate to break it to you, you got snow for the next 2 days though. As evil as that sounds.
Now that this water finally subsided, at least they'll start moving to where they need to move to.
Yeah.
Not like it's been today where you catch one in 1 foot of water and then catch one in 12 feet of water.
Well, I think the thing that's really making it a challenge today on top of the cold temperatures is that the water has fallen now over a foot since we've been out here in less than half a day.
Yep. I think we've seen about every variable that you can see in the last 10 hours.
Got him.
Big one?
Feels like a good fish, man. Oh yeah, big head shakes.
Let me get the net.
This is the one we've been waiting for, dude. If it's a walleye, it's a good one. Oh yeah. Did you see her?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah. Come here, sweetheart. Yes! Oh, this fish just made two guys really, really happy. Look at that. You know, we stuck with it today, hard at it all day long, 3 different bodies of water to find one that a guy could fish. Sticking with it and just knowing that this body of water had some conditions where we could actually be successful. The fox, the wolf, just not right. She's not hooked that deep, just right in the corner. Beautiful, beautiful fish. That's the female we were after. We had all those males. She got a little, I don't know what that is. There's no gill nets here, is there?
Nope.
No?
No gill nets.
Beautiful fish.
That's an awesome Wisconsin River walleye right there.
I'm gonna let her go, man. Here we go. That's a fatty. All right. You ready to do your thing? Oh yeah. Off like a shot. Oh, that's cool stuff. You know, everybody's been in a situation like this. If you fish rivers in the spring, you're just gonna run into a scenario where things just work against you. Today's a great example of that. We've got basically the trifecta: high, cold, dirty water, low visibility, and miserable cold temperatures that all kind of converged to make today a really tough day of fishing. Really the only way to get around it was just to have confidence that we could put together a good game plan, and the game plan of course was to find a body of water that was fishable. The Wisconsin River where we ended up fishing really was the only game in town for us. Of course, you know, the Fox is blown out, muddy. The Wolf River just wasn't ready yet to produce a real good bite on bigger fish. So we were really fortunate to have this as an option, and of course Adam knows the area so well. He was able to really guide our plan and put us in a scenario where it could at least be successful. Now, as soon as this cold weather rolls back out of here, all these rivers, the Fox, the Wolf, and the Wisconsin, are just going to turn back on again, really light back up. But if you ever find yourself in a scenario like this where it's a springtime walleye run and you get that real dirty water or real cold temperatures, man, it's a tough nut to crack. You're gonna have to have confidence, you're gonna have to stick on the water, find those males. You get into the afternoon time period like this, water will generally warm up a little bit. If you can find those males, very often you'll have a brief window of time in the afternoon where you can get into some real nice fish, one like I just got here. Who knows, we might be able to put a couple more nice ones in the boat, but that's really all we were looking for today, just one quality fish apiece, because we were dealt a pretty tough hand. You want to push us back up and we'll go through that area again?
Let's get them.
At Skeeter Boats, our passion for turning great ideas into even better fishing boats has produced an unmatched lineup of models intended to fit the way you fish. Like the WX series, designed to handle big water and tough conditions, including the new MX 1825, built from the ground up to be the ultimate 18-foot fishing boat, and Skeeter Bass boats, setting the standard for speed and fishability. Skeeter, engineered like no other.
These fish just keep getting shallower and shallower, man.
There should be a pile of them moving in.
Well, when you told me that the water here was gonna drop, I'm like, couple of inches? Man, it's dropped a foot and a half.
It dropped a lot today. Since this morning, it's went down 3 feet.
Really?
When I woke up this morning and went over the bridge, it was a lot higher.
If we can, like we said earlier at the very beginning, if we can each walk out of here with a nice big female, that was a good day.
Yep.
Got it. Blade bait fish.
That is the spot. Cover 100 yards of river and they're all in a 10-yard stretch.
As they should be.
That's not a bad one.
Oh, I didn't a bad one at all. I mixed it up on you. I threw a blade bait on her.
You want me to scoop them?
No, I think I'll be all right. I got 6 hooks working for me. I should be able to at least get, one of them to hold.
scrapper.
I hate to do it to you. We grabbed the net. I can change my mind. That's a decent fish.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's that blade bait. Of course, we used those last week on the Mississippi River. I figured why not use them here? Adam says orange chartreuse is one of his favorite color combinations, and there's no doubt about what color pattern that is. That's not a half bad fish right there. We'll definitely take a bunch more of those. We've kind of been put through the ringer today. Every time one of these comes over the side of the boat, I feel just a little bit better. That's probably, you know, that's an upper teen, getting up there towards 20 inches. A nice fish. Adam also said white's a good color. We might have to try a Helsinki shad rip and wrap too. River fish are river fish, wherever they swim. I mean, there's so much commonality. I mean, baits that work on one river will generally work on all rivers. It's more about water temperature, time of year, you know. When those variables line up, you should be able to be successful with, you know, patterns you use on other bodies of water. I love doing that too. Learning a new technique out in South Dakota and taking it to Wisconsin, or, you know, something that I do in Minnesota and trying it on a body of water where I had to drive 3-4 hours to get there. That fish just blew up on that thing. I mean, hit it and just whoop.
I don't know what that was all about.
Get poked.
If I bumped something or one grabbed it weird.
There he is.
There you go.
We started the day on a male. I think we'll end the day on a male. Not a tiny guy. Getting some head shakes out of him.
That's not a bad little male.
No, I'll take him. Just inhaled the bait, just like so many other ones. You just can't even see it. Come here, buddy. Yeah, that's about as big as I want to flip in the boat. Not a bad fish, not a bad fish at all. Like I said, we started with a bunch of males. We're going to end on this one. You know, we've been faced with some real tough conditions today. We definitely wouldn't have been able to pull this off without Adam's help. Adam Rasmussen Outdoors is his website name. He guides all over the Wausau area, hits all the major river systems, Fox. He hits the Wolf and obviously the Wisconsin River. Definitely knows his stuff, helped us piece together a bite on a day that was going to be very, very difficult without his help. So we do appreciate that. I've enjoyed fishing with him. So I can guarantee you we're going to see more of him in the future, maybe even next week, because we did come out here today, started our day thinking we're going to get out on the Fox River. Just didn't happen. You guys know the story if you've watched the show. Conditions across central Wisconsin this week. It's the Easter week, tax day, April 15th. The river fishing got real tough. Had a real heavy snowfall, warm temperatures, lots of cold, dirty water rolled into most of the river systems in central Wisconsin and really messed up the fishing. With Adam's help, we've been able to get on a pretty good bite today in some very, very tough conditions. If you're a river fisherman, you do this spring walleye chase at all, sooner or later you're going to run into a similar situation. So from Adam and I, thanks for watching today's show. We'll see you next week. I got one more in me. How about you, Adam?
Let's get a donkey.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.